Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yanks beat the Orioles 4-2 on Sunday. Yanks improved to 45 and 32. Really great win for them. Another solid outing by Will Warren. 6 and a third inning, 2 earned runs. Really great stuff. 6 Ks. Really good life on the fastball. Good breaking ball. Spinning it. I really like what I've seen from Warren and Schmidt. Schmidt the other night flirts with a no-no, throws 7 scoreless frames. The Yankees just crush. So really good series from the Yankees. I like this is the team we know and we know that can play well. I'm going shirtless today because I'm feeling a little bit emboldened by their performance. So you know what? I'm letting it go. You know, I thought about putting a normal shirt on today, but no, not today. Not when the Yanks play like they did this past weekend. So, and I want to start with Jazz Chisholm. He was great today, 2 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He definitely had a day and was just really fantastic, smart on the bases. He's hitting .429 with runners in scoring position over his past 21 games with a double, a home run, and I believe 11 RBIs, which is awesome. So that's great. Is he stellar defensively at third base? Not really, but if he's producing at the plate, that's fantastic. You just wish it was a little bit more consistent, but he was absolutely fired today. Really, really good, and boy, does it really help this team a lot and gives this team a lift. He's one of these unique players that has a lot of fire. Scored on that fielder's choice play at the plate. Boone comes out. It's a close play, and it just gives this team a jolt of energy, which they absolutely need, which is good. So I want to talk about the bullpen. Cashman not panicking just yet, and I'm not panicking either because this bullpen is definitely getting it done. They were fantastic today. If you look, Tim Hill goes 2 1/3, 2/3 of an inning, walks 2, no earned runs, no hits. Fernando Cruz gets his second win, 3 strikeouts in an inning. And Williams again. He's almost under a 5 ERA. He throws a scoreless inning of relief, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, and really good action on his changeup, his sort of gyro ball changeup. If you look at the final pitch of the game, it's just that ball, 85 at the knees, and it just right before it gets to the zone just drops. The bottom drops out of it and gets a ground ball to end the game. So really, really good action, more aggressive on his fastball. This bullpen is really, really good and performing extremely well. This team is loaded. They have good starting pitching. They can hit. They can field. They can hit for power. And it looks like their bullpen is getting solidified. And it does look like Williams is heating up. I mean, 10 saves, 1 inning of relief, 1 strikeout today. Again, he's a 5.08 ERA. You remember when he was like 13 or 12? He's come a long way, and he is moving in the right direction. Fernando Cruz is really, really good. Struck out everyone in his inning pitch today. So really great stuff from the pen, and credit Cashman for not panicking or freaking out. But things do need to be happening at the trade deadline, and I want to talk possible trade rumor buzz. Call me crazy. Matt Chapman. I like Chapman a lot. Obviously, he's a possible trade target after Devers gets moved to the Giants. But, there is speculation that the Yankees could pursue him, especially, Chapman's uncertain future with San Francisco because they just got Devers. This potential move could further complicate the infield situation, especially with Stanton returning from injury. I know the team is juggling Ben Rice, trying out a catcher, Judge, Dominguez, Bellinger for playing time, but they need a they have hitting. They need defense. They need defense specifically at the third base spot. I know Jazz had a really good game today, and he's a good hitter, and I think he's definitely an asset to this team and brings a personality and a spark that is really beneficial to this, like, a Yankees team in general that's fairly, like, kind of stiff, going about their business, quiet, and I think he brings a little edge that they need. But getting a guy like Matt Chapman, a defensive Gold Glove caliber third baseman, is what they need. And I think he would be a tremendous addition. Seeing as Devers just moved to the Giants, and he's probably thinking, okay, well, what the hell? Like, does this team even want me? I think it's a huge opportunity for Cashman and this team to go out and get him, because the Yankees need defensive help at the third base position. Latest injuries and transactions, probably the biggest one. Ryan Yarbrough placed on a 15-day IL with a right oblique strain. A lot of these oblique strains happening. Not great, obviously. It's a low-grade right oblique strain, which I guess is good according to Boone. No timetable on his return, but the conservative estimate, according to Boone, is probably a month. Hopefully it's not something more serious that keeps him from not throwing for extended period of time. But I guess this has been going on since the June 13th outing in Boston, according to Boone. In 16 games and 8 starts, he's got a 3.90 ERA as a starter, 3-1 with 3.38 ERA. He's been fantastic. So the Yanks recalled lefty Javier Sanders from AAA Scranton for Sunday's game, and they plan to promote Alan Winans from AAA for Monday's start. So Winans, 29 years old, pitched in the big leagues with the Braves a little bit, not great, 23 to 24, over a 7 ERA, but we'll see how that goes. So just something to keep an eye on. Obviously, that's a big one, because Yarby's been really, really important to this team. Stroman, supposed to come back some point, scheduled to throw 70 pitches in his third minor league start sometime this week in a couple days, I think June 24th, and then would be, quote, in the mix for activation according to Boone, pending that outing goes well. So that's interesting. Luis Gil, possibly July, August. He threw 20 pitches, live BP. Yesterday, velocity in the mid-90s, which is really good. More live BPs will follow before he starts a minor league rehab assignment. So those are really the big ones, but definitely he's very eager to get back, and that's a huge addition for them to get back, because he is an absolute stud when healthy. And I saw on Twitter that he faced a bullpen catcher, Peter Cerudo, and Ryan McLaughlin, the information coordinator, because of the many of the reserves in the lineup, and Boone was like, I think they're a little overmatched, and then Heel is just pumping, like, just fastballs, and they're like, yikes. It's fantastic. But we'll see what happens. Great win by the Yanks today. Tomorrow, they go to Cincinnati for a 3-game set. Cincinnati, don't sleep on Cincinnati. They're pretty good. They can hit, they can pitch. Hitting is iffy, but definitely not a team that you're going to just come in and steamroll. Like, you have to play your best. Terry Francona runs this team, and they'll be ready to play. So you got to bring your A game. But great weekend series from the Yanks. Hope you've enjoyed the sleeveless tee. If I get a ton of comments, I'll keep it going. You got to give the people what they want. This has been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.